Namaste, good afternoon, and a warm welcome to all of you on a Wednesday book review on Parent Station. Today, I am very excited to share one of my very favorite books, which I have read and practiced with my own children. Now, if I ask you what is a habit, in a very instant answer would come something that you practice every day, or habit is formed a bit, and it becomes a habit. So these are all different definitions of habit. And if we classify them broadly, we can say there are good habits and there are habits which are not so very good. So which all habits fall under the good habits? Definitely the day-to-day speaking the truth, being honest, being kind, showing gratitude. All these are good habits. But there are a few habits which makes a person very happy from inside. If you're practicing these all things, it really makes you happy. And there is a very good bestseller book written by Stephen R. Covey, that is Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. And this author's son, C.N. Covey, inspired from his dad, has written this book, which I'm going to review today, Seven Habits of Happy Kids. And it is illustrated by Stacy Curtis. This is one of the best-selling books, and I am here very happy to say that a few elementary schools have adopted this as a part of their curriculum, and they have started taking this into practice in their teaching syllabus, and this has given them a very good success. Now, what does this book teach you? This book has three main things. One is the power of living according to principles. Now, principles such as responsibility, respect for others, and teamwork and balance. These are the basic principles which which is the power of we have to live according to this principles. This is what we learn from this book. There are universal, these all are universal principles, and they are timeless. Anytime we talk about our grandparents, we're talking about ourselves, or we talk about our children and the future generation, any generation, this principle remains the same. And these principles have to be followed or implemented by oneself. We don't expect these principles, when followed in others' lives, will have impact on ours. No, these principles are to be implemented by us, and this will affect us very greatly. So this is one thing which this book teaches very nicely. The other very important thing which this book teaches is, sorry, it will equip all the kids with a common language that they can use with parents and teachers. Say, for example, one of the very one habit here says win-win situation. So if we have read this book and we know the story, then any situation which will come up in the house, in the family, we can say, okay, fine, if this is your a question, what is the win-win situation solution that we can get? So the terms used in this book, it becomes a common language for teacher and parents to be used. The third and very important part that this book tries to teach is child will identify himself or herself with one of the characters of the story, which will help the child to apply all the seven habits. Now, all these characters in this book are all animals. So kids are very fascinated when the character of the book is animal. We have already seen when Panchatantra stories or Hitopdesh stories are read to kids. It is very interesting for them because the animals are personified, or the characters there are animals, and it is very uh, they are very excited to hear them talking to each other or explaining something. So in this book also all the characters are animals they have taken, and uh, the qualities of each and every character is different from one another. So the child here sometimes will feel, okay, I am this bear. This quality of bear is in me. Or some person who is very good or actively participating in sports will resemble them, will compare themselves with the Jumper the rabbit, who is a sports person in the book. So each and every character they can relate themselves with the. That is very interesting part. Now, before we go deep into all the habits, the storybook starts with a map. Man, this is the story of uh, area known as Oak. So there is a very nice map given of the Oak. This is a map. Welcome to Seven Oaks Estate. And very nicely illustrated map is given. So when it says Jumper's Hole, that is where the rabbit is living. See, this is here it says Jumper's Hole. So that is the burrow of the rabbit. Then it also has a tree house. Let me find the tree house for you. And where the squirrels live here. Here. See, this is the tree house where Sammy and Sophie, who are squirrels, live in this tree house here. So very nicely illustrated map is given. And when you read the book to the kids, they can come back to the map and see how it works. There is a school here. There is also a theater here, and there is a meadow, there is a garden, and each and every place which is mentioned in the story is mentioned on this map here. So this becomes very interesting. They also learn how to do map reading through this. Now let's come quickly to the what is which are the important characters of this book. There are mainly 8 characters in this book. All are animals, as I said. The first one is Goob the bear. Now, all these animals have very important qualities. So, what are the qualities of Goob the Husky? So, this is the biggest kid in the oak area. He is very friendly. He loves outdoors and he loves bugs. Ants are his favorite bug. Then we come to Jumper the rabbit. Jumper the rabbit is very physically active person. He likes all the sports. You name it and he loves it. Then comes Lily. Lily is a skunk. But the Lily skunk is very crafty. He loves art, drawing, painting, and making all kind of crafty things. That's what Lily loves. Now comes a squirrel named Sammy. So what is Sammy famous for? Sammy loves to fix things. He keeps playing with the gadgets, not the way we are using it mobile for watching screens. No, he opens the gadget, he fixes them, he does something creative with those things. And you will, the story says you will never see Sammy the squirrel without any tool in his hand. And this is the squirrel I was talking about, lives in the tree house. She lives with her twin sister named Sophie Squirrel. So, Sophie Squirrel is another character, and his characteristics, she loves to read books. She loves maths, and because she reads too many books, her vocabulary is very good. She uses really big words, and she loves to explain all these big words to her friends. Next comes Porcupine. As we all know, porcupines have those pointy quills in them. So through this, all other friends can make out what what the porcupine's mood is today. So if the pointy quills are then droopy, then they feel that the porcupine is sad today. And when it's very excited, they all are straight up. And this porcupine of our book is a very lazy one. He always likes to lie down in his hammock and plays his harmonica. So this person, the quality is a little lazy person. Then comes Allie. Now, what is Allie? Allie is a mouse, and the name that they have given is Tag Along Allie. Why they have given the name Tag Along Ellie? Ellie likes to tag along with everyone in the gang, especially with her best friend Lily Skunk. Now the artist Skunk Lily is Ellie's best friend. She lives with her granny, and she likes to dress up with her granny shoes and accessories and jewelry. So Ellie is fun-loving person. Then the last and very small animal creature in this book story is Ernie the worm. He is very shy. So you'll have to keep looking for him in the book. It's very just like I Spy. It is so small that you will have to spot where in the book is Ernie the worm. So these are the characters: Goob the bear, Jumper the rabbit, Lily the skunk, Sammy squirrel, Sophie squirrel, Pocky porcupine, Tag along Ellie, and Ernie the worm. Now, if we come to very first, uh, this book is divided in seven. It has 7 stories in it, and each story will teach us a one habit which, if we implement, we become very happy. So, if I and the importance how this book will help is there are 7 stories, each illustrated very nicely with one habit. At the end of each story, there is a parent corner, which has some suggestions for parents on how to bring out this habit from the story and how to help the children to implement this habit in their life. It also has a list of open-ended questions. Open-ended questions like if you were in, say, for example, Goob's place, Goob the bear's place, what would you have done? So these are called open-ended questions. So after every story, they have one section where they have open-ended questions, and they also have baby steps for practicing habits. They have given few 4 or 5 steps after each habit how we can bring this habit into our life by taking very small steps. That's why they call that section baby steps. Now, if we start with this book, the very first thing is here as we introduce the characters. The first story is the name title of the story is Bored, Bored, Bored. Many times, children come to us saying that they are bored, they don't know what to do. So there are many. We think now, what will we suggest them that they do to get their boredom away? So here in the story, the Sammy squirrel is very bored. Now Sammy goes to each and every oak member of her friend in the oak area and find out who can make her happy. She'll go to one person. First, she went to Sophie and said, "I am bored. I don't know what to do. Can you help me come out of my boredom?" Then say, "Oh no," but Sophie said, "I'm not free. I have these books which I have to return to the library, and today is the deadline. So I am not free. I cannot help you." Now Sammy Squirrel is sad. Then Sammy goes to Porcupine and he asks, "What are you doing?" Said, "I'm enjoying playing my harmonica in my hammock. But I am bored. Can you help me, Pokey?" He said, "Come, you can play. Come with me in the hammock and play harmonica with me." And Sammy said, "No, no, I don't like to play harmonica. And that will not give me any fun." So from there, again goes to one another friend, goes to Lily the skunk and says, "Hi, you seem very happy. You are enjoying what you're doing. Can you also help me be happy?" So Sammy gives, "Okay, these are my crayons and these are my papers. You can start painting and coloring, doing some craft thing. This makes me happy." So for a while, Sammy thought, "Let me also start." Took the paper and pen, but then found out that no, no, this is not my cup of tea. He says, "No, this is not giving me any fun." So from there, again, Sammy went to Goob the bear. Now, Goob with a magnifying glass was looking for ants in the ground. Very nicely illustrated pictures are given here. You can have a look here. See, this is Goob the bear with a magnifying glass looking for ants. And here is Sammy Squirrel who is sad, bored, and doesn't know what to do to have some fun in life. Then Goob says, okay, come on, then you can help me find some ants. So, oh no, ye, this is so, I cannot do this. How can you have fun in looking at ants? So from there again, it goes to Jumper, the rabbit. He is playing basketball. And then Sammy said, you seem quite happy. What makes you happy? So Jumper said, playing, I love playing. So this is basketball. Come, you can have play a game with me and that will make you happy. Sammy still realized, no, this is not giving me any fun. Then Sammy went to Ellie's house. So Ellie's grandma was painting something there. And then Sammy said, I'm getting bored. I don't know what to do. Nobody has time to help me to have fun. Then Granny explained, look, you are responsible for your own happiness. You will have to find out what you want to do and what by doing what you will become happy. Sammy realizes. And then he was looking around at what will make him happy. He finds a transistor which was broken lying out there on the beam to be given away. And Sammy instantly clicks, something clicks in in her mind. She asks Grandma, "Do you need this?" Granny says, "No, I don't need this. You can have it." Says, "Okay." Then he took it. He took it in his room. He opened the transistor with his screwdriver, repaired it, and made it put it in a working condition. He put a nice bow there and gifted it to Ellie. As Ellie was not feeling well, he was down in her bed with some sort, I think, fever in the story here, and that makes Ellie very happy when see this is here it shows with tools and everything how Sammy is repairing the transistor and having fun. After that, she gave back to her friend who was not well, and that makes her so happy. And then comes, so now the boredom was gone. It was all over. But from this, she realized that no one else is responsible for our fun, for our happiness, and uh, no one is responsible for our life. We are the ones who are responsible for it. And very nicely in the parents' corner, they have given responsibility for their own life, for their own fun or problem, as I said, for their own happiness or unhappiness. This is habit one. Be proactive. In other words, take charge of your own life and stop playing the victim. Stop complaining. I am not happy. I am not happy. If you are not happy, you are responsible for your happiness. This is what is taught through this first habit, very nicely illustrated. And through the story, Sammy tries to blame everyone else, his mom, friends, life in general, for his boredom. He wants someone to fix his problem and to help him have fun. After talking with Ali's granny, he finally figures out that he's in charge of making his own fun and he makes it happen. There are some other open-ended questions, as I said, and baby steps which you can ask your child to take. For I'll just go through one of them. It says, the next time you feel bored, do something nice for someone else, like Sammy did for Ali. Sammy repaired the transistor and gifted it to Ali. So Sammy did it for someone else, but that too made him very, very happy. So that was one I have read. So now we come at the end of first habit. I will have another habit today. In this one, the story name of the story says Goop and the Bug Collecting Kit. So in that story, Goop is a bear, as we know. His hobby is collecting bugs, especially ants. So there was this bug collecting kit which was on sale. He saw outside the shop, which was for $4. But the bear did not have that much money. So he then came home, made a plan. If I want $4, how should I go about it? So first his goal was earn money. Then from that, he shortlisted out that if I earn money, what am I going to do with that money? He will save some money. He will buy the bug collecting kit that he wants. He will buy a present for his friend. He wants to eat a pizza. And then the last one was he wants to go for a movie. So this is the plan that he designed. That if he earns money, he wants to spend his money for all these different purpose. Then he comes up with a plan what he will do to earn money. So he sets up a very nice lemonade shop as it was a sunny and summer day. So that was a big success. And his friend Jumper joined him, helped him to set up this lemonade shop. And both of them ran this shop very nicely for a day. And in a day, they collected $20. Both of them distributed 10 each. And on their way back, Jumper bought toys, bought popcorns, and a few of his toys which didn't even reach home. They were already destroyed on the way, broken or lost. But as Goob had properly planned what he did, he saved the money. See, here we can see here. Goob is saving some money, and because this was possible because he had already written everything what he wants to do with the money. He bought a bug collecting kit, he bought a gift for his friend, he had a piece of pizza, and after doing all this, he had a few money left, which he wanted to go and see a movie. Then the bear goes for a movie. Jumper, his friend who helped him set the lemonade shop, was sad, and he came to Bear and asked, "Where are you going?" Goop the bear said, "I'm going for a movie." Jumper said, "How I wish I could also join, but I have no money left on me." Then the bear asked, "We both earn the same money. Where is your money and where did you spend it?" So Jumper narrates the whole story, what all toys he bought and they're broken, or so all his money. Some he bought some food which he had, and now he has no money. But Bear says, "Come on now, I have some money and I can help you to come and see the movie with me." So this way, both of them were happy. So this is the end of the story. But to this story, habit number two, which is very important, begin with the end in mind. It is the habit of vision or the habit of having a plan. Here, now we can relate how Goob the Bear made the plan of how he wants to distribute the money he earns, how he planned to earn money, and when he executed that plan, he earned what he wanted and distributed the money accordingly. So here we can teach kids to write down their goal. A goal not written is only a wish. So this is a very, very important habit which says begin with the end in mind, have a plan. So today we learned about two very important habits of the habits of happy kids by C.M. Covey. And the first one was that taking responsibility of our own self, and the second one was taking responsibility of our life, our happiness, and the being uh, being proactive is the first habit. And the second habit that we learned is begin with the end in mind, have a plan. That's all for today. Stay tuned for more habits to be shared next time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Parent Station. Thank you, Harsha ma'am. This is Gargi Shingala, Admin Mate, Rajkot, saying goodbye and happy reading.